Now let's discuss the second question. Second question is from the topic Iranian and Macedonian invasion. Question is, discuss the impact of the Iranian and Macedonian invasions on Indian society, politics and culture. So let's discuss. The Iranian or Persian and Macedonian invasions during the early classical period of Indian history had profound impacts on the subcontinent's society, politics and culture. The Persian invasion under Cyrus the Great and Darius I around the 6th century BCE, followed by Alexander the Great, Macedonian's invasion in the late 4th century BCE, brought India into closer contact with the cultures and political system of the West. So what is the impact of the Iranian and Macedonian invasions on Indian society? So let's first talk about Indian society. First one is art and architecture. The fusion of Greek and Persian artistic styles with Indian traditions gave rise to the Gandhara school of art. We know that Gandhara school is very famous. This style is characterized by the realistic human figures, often depicting Buddhist themes with Hellenistic features. Second one, spread of ideas. The invasions facilitated the exchange of ideas, including philosophical, religious, and scientific concepts. Greek influences is evident in Indian astronomy and medicine, while Persian influences are seen in administrative practices and cultural exchanges. Third one, urbanization and trade. The invasions simulated urbanization and trade, particularly in the northwest regions. Example, cities like Takshila became prominent center of learning and commerce, attracting scholars, traders and artisans from various cultures. Fourth, intermixing of races. A large number of foreigners, Greek, Persians, Turks, etc., settled down in the northwest, leading to cultural mixing. Example, Greek communities in cities like Takshila. Now let's talk about political impact. First one, establishment of satrapies. The Persian conquest led to the establishment of satrapies, that means provinces, in the northwestern parts of India. This introduced the Persian administrative model, influencing Indian governance system. The idea of provincial governance and satrapy can be seen in the later Mauryan Empire's administrative structure. Second one, introduction of coinage. Persians introduced a standardized system of coinage which facilitated trade and economic integration. This practice was adopted and further developed during the Mauryan period. Example, the use of silver coins similar to the Persian daric. Third one, military innovations. Exposures to Persian and later Macedonian military techniques, such as the use of cavalry and advanced weaponry, influenced Indian warfare strategies. Now let's talk about impact on culture. First one, art and architecture. The Iranian art also influenced the Indian art. Ashoka followed the Iranian custom of preaching ideals by inscribing them on the stone pillars. The Indians also learned the art of polishing. Like example, the pillared remnants of the Patliputra palace bear striking resemblance to the pillared hall in the Achaemenid capital. Okay, Achaemenid is an empire in the Persia. Second one, introduction of Aramaic script or Persian in origin, which influenced the development of Kharoshthi script. It was written from right to left. We know that Devanagari is written from left to right, but Kharoshthi is written from right to left. For example, inscription and administrative documents in the northwestern region of India using the Kharoshthi script. Third one, syncretism. The integration of Greek and Indian cultures led to syncretic religious practices. This is evident in the Greco-Buddhist art of Gandhara, where Buddhist deities were depicted with Hellenistic artistic styles. Example, Heracles inspired Vajrapani figures. Fourth one, cultural exchange. The enduring legacy of these invasions is seen in the sustained cultural exchanges between India and the West. This period marked the beginning of India's engagement with global cultures, influencing subsequent historical developments. So now let's talk about other impacts. Early we talk about political, economic as well as cultural impact. Now let's talk about other impacts other than these three impacts. First one, trade expansion. The invasions opened up trade routes between India and Persia Empire, Indian and Persian Empire, and later the Hellenistic world. This enhanced economic interactions, leading to increased prosperity and the exchange of goods such as spices, textiles, and precious stones. For example, increased trade along the Silk Road, connecting India more closely with the Mediterranean world. Second, infrastructure development. The construction of roads and trade routes by the Persian and the Hellenistic rulers facilitated commerce and mobility, contributing to the economic integration of the region. So, at last, while the Iranian and Macedonian invasions were relatively short-lived, their impact on Indian society, politics, and culture were profound and long-lasting. They contributed to a period of cultural synthesis and exchange that enriched and diversified Indian civilization. So this is all about this question.